Good morning, good afternoon. Today's Tuesday, December 5th, 2017, and we're doing the morning business headline commentary. Looks like the big news overnight has been the CVS and Aetna merger, where you combining pharmacy, supermarkets, and healthcare insurance business matters company. So you combine the two. One's dispensing drugs, and one is the insurance dealing. So this is unusual, where it's like this strategy is untested, and it's a vertical integration. So you will have to see how it turns out eventually. So you see, Fox is trying to sell itself to better suitors, such as Disney. Disney is pretty good. So it's a better sell because like Disney is not, like judging from the superhero movies, they're more able to monetize the character assets. So McDonald's, as I have mentioned and recommended since last year in a video, McDonald's is going to introduce a dollar menu again into like a Value Wars 2.0. So we see it probably is like a drive to get more people to come back to try McDonald's. Competitions has been fierce. Like KFC has been the $5 fill up. The Wendy's has the 4 for $4, which I also mentioned in my feature videos on McDonald's. I have good faith still in McDonald's. Since I featured McDonald's since last year, it's reached an all-time high. So you see like the proliferation of bots on usage of bots on the internet to get information. So it's pretty interesting. Alright, so it's like as I mentioned before, like Apple's has a lot of funds in overseas, and the municipalities and governments are trying to catch on, trying to tax the incomes of Apple before they got repatriate back into the United States with the tax rework of the GOP. Pizza is now delivering beer with pizza. This is a good move. Sometimes they deliver like sodas with pizza. That's a pretty good strategy too. Starbucks expanding into China, where they open a Starbucks cafe in Shanghai. So Starbucks is pretty good. They're able to leverage their brand in China. While I was in Shenzhen in my Asian trip to visit the tech hub, they have a nice Starbucks right there, and it was pretty roomy, nice, and the coffee was well done, and it was relaxing. Even though I was battling, what you call that, jet lag, while I was there. So the tech hub in China is pretty well protected and police very well. All right. Massive diamond sold to Sierra Leone. Sold to Sierra Leone for 6.5 million. Like the appeal of diamonds is getting less and less among the millennial generations, where they don't even wear jewelry every day. If you wear jewelry every day, you have risk of having the jewelry damaged or like being stolen. YouTube is checking up ad prices after a string of brand safety issues. There's a lot of fraud in YouTube, I can tell you that. Like these channels where they have like pumped up, memberships, pumped up like subscribers, pumped up viewership. There's a lot of problem going on YouTube, and they don't even care about it because once they try to enforce anything that's pumped up, they lose revenue. So it's like a you know laissez-faire approach to all these like false pumped up subscribers and viewers. Okay, as we know, the Bitcoin's futures are coming next week on the 10th. Here's my realization so far. The value of futures only works when the market is closed, like the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq. And then because you cannot trade it, they're closed. So that's the point of the futures, because you cannot trade it, the actual instrument at the moment. But Bitcoin is different. They trade it 24/7 all around the world in different localities. So you basically there's no closing of the markets because it's traded 24/7. So why would you need any futures? When traditionally futures when needed to trade futures when the instruments are closed. So you see, like Cineworld is buying U.S. Regal theaters for $3.6 billion. That's pretty interesting. They're able to charge higher for ticket prices if they have better facilities. So with the consolidation of these movie theaters, they can leverage more income to build better theaters and charge more. All right. All right. Let's look at the markets. Crude oil is sputtering around this range, and I do see it like eventually going down to 40, 54 or something like that. Like I mentioned many times before, this is a false narrative to pump it up. All right, gold is going down $11. That's a big drop. As I mentioned before, modern generations of millennials do not value gold as a aesthetic jewelry. They don't wear it every day, and if they do wear it every day, they're at risk of being stolen. So bringing additional, crime risk to yourself is not even worth it. And gold is have no functionality besides space travel. Vehicles that gold is the least corrosive substance in space. So that's that with the limited functionalities. All right, this is a 10-year treasury not moving. All right, a little bit strengthening of the dollar against the euro, and the Brexit negotiation as well. Look at Asia. Like I mentioned yesterday, like Hang Seng will have faced a lot of capitulation and net losses due to the rapid rise to 30,000 while I was there a couple of weeks ago. It rose too fast and too quickly, and regulators were cautioning and everything. So you do see like falling back down a lot due to that. All right. The Dow is facing some uncertainty with the executive of the government, with the investigation of Russia meddling as it goes deeper as they want to subpoena bank records. All right. Well, they see. Well, they do see like Spotify, which is only like streaming music, and they leverage their like subscribers. Um, I mean, here's the thing: you have to distinguish Spotify what's real and what's not real. A lot of these subscribers who are not non-paying and they, you know, basically you can create it yourself. You know, so I'm very skeptical of Spotify because, like, they stream it, but they pay for a little to the artists. Since they pay for a little to the artists, they can just create a lot of fake streams. So that's my opinion on like skepticism on Spotify, as any like because you're competing against like MP3 files, MP4 files that you can like download into your hard drive and you just listen to it. Why would you need to restream these things, re-download these things when you already downloaded already? So that's my skepticism on Spotify, like just resending the same files over and over again just because it's music. Alright, that's that. You see like UBS like being hired out by other competitors. That's happened regularly where they, when you offer good team, good services. So Alibaba, telling U.S. companies to stop whining about China. Here's the thing: Alibaba is able to sell knockoff fake goods, and they've been able to leverage that economy, illegal economy, to make more profits, significantly higher profits by by doing knockoffs. So you tell me, companies should continue to whine and complain to the U.S. government because of the cheating tactics that has built the empire of Alibaba. All right, that's that. With today's Tuesday, December 5th, 2017, when we're doing the morning business headline commentary. Something I'll note: I have Indian followers and Chinese business followers. More recently, my Chinese business followers bought out the Germany's robotics firm. After I featured these robotics arms in supercar videos that I listed below. You can check the date. I featured them before these takeover happened. Something I'll note as well: India's Modi went for a big hug on Amazon after I featured Amazon in my feature videos a year ago. All right. And more recently, the Ford Motor Company had a rapid response to my commentary on a Wednesday, where I said that car companies can survive only if they have like hybrids and EVs in their lineup. And in that response, Ford decided to announce that they're putting resources into big cars and bigger trucks that has EV and hybrid versions of them. All right, that's three, and that's about it for today. Happy trading. Today's Tuesday, December 5th, 2017.